we go. Camera set.
We always started from the idea of John is Hal's replacement. Hal does not want to be replaced. And what is the push and pull of that relationship?
This is my job. And as long as I'm alive, that ain't changing.
The death of Hal Jordan is probably the most controversial idea that we had.
When I first read this script, I was kind of shocked. It just took me aback. I was like, oh, that's gonna be a good show.
It's a powerful moment, and it's a moment of severity. Even knowing it doesn't prepare you for it, particularly because Kyle and I have formed such a close friendship. There is the scene, and then it's compounded by the friendship we actually have. So it was very emotional.
We were telling a story over 2 different time periods about the relationship of these 2 men to each other, but also to this ring and to this job.
Tell me how you got it, the ring.
Well, I got it the old-fashioned way. I sure as hell didn't interview for it.
Oh, well, shit, maybe you should have.
Hal Jordan at the beginning of the series feels like a bit of a beat-up has-been. You feel like you're meeting a rule breaker. This isn't somebody you could necessarily rely on. He certainly doesn't feel like Earth's Green Lantern.
It almost seems like you want to die, Hal Jordan. Does that not violate your precious oath?
One of the things that Chris, Tom, and I talked about before we even onboarded the other writers are like, what are the non-negotiable ingredients that need to be in a show called Lanterns? And one of those things was the oath. We have to get it into the pilot in some way.
In brightest day and blackest night,
Don't.
no evil shall escape my sight.
It's essential to the character. It connects them to what makes the Green Lanterns different than other superheroes, which is the fact that they're part of a community. We're meeting a Hal that's in a very sort of cynical moment in his life, who's kind of done it all, but there's still some things he takes seriously.
Beware my power, Green Lantern's light.
So when the alien does that and uses kind of that voice of like, this is so stupid, that really bugs him, because to Hal, that's sacred.
There's something about Hal Jordan. He's very human, but there's a reason the ring came to him, and he does the best he can. The only problem is, sometimes it's not right.
The initial hook for me when I first read a Hal Jordan comic book was like, oh, this guy's superpower is his imagination. This ring is really an antenna by which he broadcasts his creativity.
This ring is a dangerous weapon. When and if to use it, that's the whole ball game, Junior.
The first time I saw the ring was a moment of just pure joy. Everything feels real.
It's a pretty mundane prop. It's not Excalibur, it's just a ring. But Green Lantern isn't Green Lantern without the ring.
Did you just use that ring to counterfeit money?
No. Manifested money with the power of my will.
No human has ever been a Green Lantern before Hal Jordan got that ring. The pressure of being the first person to ever do this job, you can't underestimate how important that is in the mythology of Hal. The idea of living up to what the public thinks you are as a superhero, that's tiring. So in some ways, I think Hal didn't even want it anymore, and yet if it was taken from him, then Hal lost his identity.
Just when the audience thinks they've settled in and they know what the rules are, we've just detonated the episode. And there's a moment where John reaches down to lift his dead hand, and you see that neither John's hand nor Hal's is wearing the ring. So who is Green Lantern now? Or at least, who has taken the ring?